It's not.
Today, I'm having a conversation with Kanyinsola Jide Adekola. And if you would like to know more on how you can raise funds for your startup business, this is one conversation you don't want to miss. Stay with us. Kanyinsola Jide Adekola is a lawyer by profession with certification from the University of Lagos. She's a serial entrepreneur who runs multiple businesses under the Coin Holding Company. She is the founder and creative lead of QCandles by Coin, a Lagos-based ingenious home fragrance company that manufactures a wide range of exquisite products, providing the much-needed scent solutions for all spaces and providing the best gifting options. She's also the MD and CEO of Brookvale Limited, a real estate company connecting individuals to residential and commercial properties, providing them with property investment opportunities. She is a budding author, wife and mom to 3 boys, and has successfully juggled raising them alongside developing her businesses. Hello, Kanyinsola. It's nice to have you on here. I know it's been very busy for you, and you have kids, you have a business that you run, and so I really appreciate your time here. So welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me, what is your typical day like usually?
It's a typical day for me on my season, right? Currently in this season, I'm writing a book. So I get up earlier than normal. So within 4 to 5, within the hours of 4 to 5, I'm up. And I'm a person of faith. So I would do my prayers first. And then I get dressed for work and then come down, take care of the kids, get them ready for school, do school run, head to the office. So say for from 8 to 1, I'm at the office handling this, chasing, different things, just making sure that the business runs. So when that's about from 8 to 1, and then from 1 to 4, I'm out of the office. I do school run, so I stay with them, get them settled for their lessons, and then I head back to work by 4-ish. When I'm back in the office, it's work again till I close. If it's a late day, I'm in the office from 9:30, 10. But if it's an early day, I get off work from 7-ish, 8, and then I'm back home. And then because I'm writing a book now, so within the hours of 9, 10, 11, I'm either writing my book, putting pages in, or I'm reading a book. So sometimes I consume so that I can give back. So it's like that. And obviously when husband comes home, husband time. And then the next day cycle continues again.
So you are the founder of QCandles
by Coin.
Okay. All right. So I'm sure you do other things as well, but do you mind just sharing 1 or 2 about what your business is?
Just what QCandles does apparently. Yeah. Okay. So we play in the home fragrance space. We, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned it, we make about 21 products, and we make all of them from our Lagos, Nigeria studio. We have candles, we have diffusers, we have quite a number of products. We sell the culture of gifting by creating products that, are inviting enough for the buying crowd to celebrate their loved ones and just basically nurture and foster relationships on the one hand. On the second hand, because we're in the Nigerian climate, we know how hard Nigeria is, So we just sort of give out products that help in relaxations, help their rest, or just basically putting them in a space. If it's the office they did it for, just basically selling the fragrance. There's something fragrance just does, It just sort of, you can literally get fragrance in, and then within seconds you just change your mood. So that's one of the things we do in the business, We do quite a number of things, but yeah, that's about it.
On a different note, so that there's a very high rate of youth unemployment in Nigeria, and many young aspiring entrepreneurs looking for other ways of thriving in their business and ways to scale up and things like that. But the word entrepreneurship, do you think is very important in the economy right now? Do you think it will help?
Yes. Yes, entrepreneurship basically, I feel like in the climes we're working with now isn't even helping. As many entrepreneurs we can get out there, obviously gets more job opportunities, places more job opportunities, makes more job opportunities available. So yeah, definitely. I would say I'm a gunner for entrepreneurship any day, anytime. I'm an advocate for entrepreneurship because I worked a bit and then I just went straight into it. So entrepreneurship is, it's definitely, in the climes we're working with, it's definitely a welcome idea. Yeah.
So what do you think defines an entrepreneur, in your own opinion?
In my own opinion, I would say an entrepreneur is basically one who can, off the top of her head, create stuff and make it sustainable, right? It has to be sustainable. What you're creating has to be sustainable. It has to be. We can go on and on. I can talk about it, and then, but in a nutshell, I'm a creative, so I'm talking from a standpoint of a creative. Firstly, you need to create stuff that is solving a problem, and then not necessarily solving a problem, meeting a need, and then you have to see how sustainable it is. And it's the measure of sustainability that keeps you and makes you an entrepreneur. A successful one, even if it's not is successful, you are an entrepreneur. And I believe that, yeah, that's
Exactly.
That's it.
I mean, when people start the business, it doesn't mean that immediately they will start to gain profit. It takes time, and that is why it's good to have a bit of knowledge. You need to know the market and things like that to be able to have a product that solves a problem. So that is key. Thank you very much for that. So, there are many startups right now who are, many that are struggling with getting access to funds, for the business. So in your business, how were you able to raise funds to sustain the business?
Okay, so I didn't get any formal funding when I started my business. Funny enough, I had worked in a law firm for like some months, and then I was able to get some savings. And then I put that alongside with what I got from family. And that was how I was able to start my business. So I started with 350,000 naira, But obviously the business has scaled because I had that culture of plowing back. For the first 2-3 years, I wasn't getting paid, right? I would make and I would just put it back. There was a goal, right? I had something in mind. So I would just plow back and just plow. I was tilling the ground. So yeah, I started small, but I had that growth mindset. I wanted to get my packaging, everything from outside the country. So I just knew where I was going to. So regardless of how much I started with, I've been able to grow the business to quite, and we're still growing, right? We're still growing. So yeah, I didn't start with any proper funding, any formal funding. It was just self-funded.
But at one point, were you overwhelmed with the materials that you needed to be able to produce your candles, the fragrances?
Materials? Is that what you're asking? I'm currently still overwhelmed because we don't buy our raw materials. We can't source for it locally, right? Because we have to deal with quality. So even if we have waxes, but it's not the quality we're looking for in Nigeria. So I'm constantly exchanging FX, constantly. So getting raw materials from the UK, from the US. So yes, it's a going process. It never is. So yeah.
Amazing. You are awesome. Well, to round this off, what are your top selling fragrances right now?
Top selling fragrances. Okay, so a mother loves all her products equally. So I wouldn't say that there's a particular top selling. I would say everything is doing well. But if I was to look at popular demand and what the buying crowd always indicates interest in, I'll say our diffusers.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much for your time, Kanyinsola. It's been great having this interesting chat with you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Wish you same.
Next time on The Unleashed.
Okay, so far we have raised up to $20,000 US.
And those things were used for.
So those things were used for. So number one, we complete our mobile application. Number two, we got a van. Which we have now. If there's a picture, I could have shown the picture. Okay. We have a van. Then number three, we are currently building our permanent site in the University of Ibadan.
Thank you, Kabir Laushebiko, for giving us a peek into your dreams and aspiration. That's it for today, people. See you next time. Ciao.